Hey, Tom Hegna here. I've been having a kind of a grind of a week this week. I did 6 presentations in 36 hours. I'm driving from Columbus, Ohio over to Pittsburgh. Have another one tonight. It's been kind of a tough week, and it kind of reminded me of when I was a struggling agent. And I've been talking to a number of agents lately, and some people struggle at this business. They're good looking, they're hard working, they don't understand why they can't make it in the business. And so I thought maybe I would just share some ideas. I think I can share some knowledge with you because I too was a struggling agent, all right? And let me just share with you some of the things that I did that helped me. Don't worry, I'm not driving. I'm pulled over at a rest area to do this. But let me share with you some of the things that I did that took me from a struggling agent to where now, in the industry, I'm considered one of the experts in retirement income. It didn't happen overnight, and I did struggle as a new agent. So the first thing I would tell you is you got to get your mind straight. You got to understand that your mind is very powerful. And one of the first things I did was read the book Think and Grow Rich. And it really had an impact on me. And I found out that if I put my mind on something, I can accomplish anything I want. My first year in the business, I was told by somebody that if you don't make MDRT, you don't count in this business. And I wanted to count. So my overriding goal my first year was to make MDRT. Now that's impossible in some people's minds, but in my mind it wasn't impossible. And I did qualify for the MDRT in my first year. The second thing is, I think you got to know that what you do is so important, that you are in fact living a life of significance, and that's the title of Joe Jordan's book. And just so you know, Joe Jordan was a very powerful influence and mentor to me. And so I would encourage you to read his book of Living a Life of Significance, because if you don't believe what you're doing is important, it's going to be hard in this business. See, you're not a salesperson. Don't think of yourself as trying to sell stuff. You are there to help people. You're there to protect families. You're there to help people retire with dignity. You're there to help people never run out of money. So you've got to know that what you do is very important. I would also ask you, who do you hang out with? If you're going to lunch with a bunch of other struggling agents, that is not where you should be spending your time. You should be spending your time with top producers. Take top producers out to lunch. Meet with attorneys, meet with accountants, meet with pastors, meet with rabbis, meet with centers of influence. When I was a brand new advisor, you know who one of my biggest centers of influence was? He was a new home sales rep for U.S. Homes. One of those guys that sits in a model house. That guy sent me more business in my first year than anybody else. He was a center of influence. And so, figure out what you need to do to build up those centers of influence. There's really 3 ways to increase your production. See the people, see the people, see the people. So what you've got to do is figure out how can you see 3 to 5 people face to face every day. If that seems too much, start with 2 people, but everybody should be able to see 2 people face to face every day. In fact, if somebody told you would be executed in the morning, if you didn't see 2 people face to face, I promise you would find a way to see 2 people face to face. So I know you can do it. For me, when I started my first year, I wanted to see 3 people face to face every day and make a presentation. As I got more experience in the business, my second, third year, I wanted to see 5 to 7 people every day face to face.